Hoo-wee! Donkey Kong's on hold for a little bit. I played through World 3. I actually got it under an hour. It was a miracle that I did that. And I deleted the video. So, that's on hold. If any of you happen to be thinking, I really want Donkey Kong, even though I know the other one doesn't have views yet. If you're thinking you want World 3, you're going to have to wait. I'll replay the world within a day or two. And we'll see how it goes. But no point worrying about that right now. Today it is MIraidon victory time. On their team, how many Pokemon can outspeed Fluttermane? 1. So I'm going to rely on Fluttermane here. Actually, I'll go Fluttermane Iron Crown with MIraidon in the back. And I think I want Fake Out. Just a good single target damage dealer. Yeah, that seems pretty nice actually. Yeah, slacking on speeds, that's unfortunate, but I don't really care. Do I want to bring... Actually, I think I'll bring Chi-Yu just as a safer counter to MIraidon. So, here we are, outspeeding, very important, outspeeding both. I'm running Quark Drive here, so I'm going to Fake Tears and Protect. My hope is that I will take care of slacking in one turn. I'm currently running Terra Steel on Iron Crown, just because I don't have a particularly better choice. Heat Wave. Okay. So I need to get rid of that Wheezing, and I need to get rid of it quick. I'm going to Icy Wind Terrasilize Tachyon into Wheezing. Okay, team out speeds. Boom, that's Wheezing dealt with. Let's get some booster energies back on the chat. Life Orb feels good right this second, but I'm not sure if it's going to keep feeling good, which is where I get concerned. I can Fake Tear Slacking again and Protect again. I can make the exact same play. This isn't a high risk play because I know that if they take Fluttermane or start putting things to sleep, it's spooky. What I can do now is I can actually I'm already asleep, so I have to act now to make things happen. Slacking is the one in danger right now. It does get the attack. If Spore comes through, it doesn't matter because it won't be effective. They don't use Spore, but it's fine because I've bored through their main strategy. So far, it seems to have worked using Terra Steel. Yeah. From here, I can kind of play it as I don't have to do anything particular. It's got Discharge. I'm going to change that soon. Because it should be, yes, Terra Fairy. I want to change that back to Dazzling Gleam. I'll just Electro Drift and Psychic. Keep it really safe. Boom. Bing. Bali Wap Ching. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, first win. Let's make a quick change to the team. Dazzling Gleam. That's about all I want to change based on the first battle. The whole point of this video is just going to be figuring out my team for the Grand Challenge, which opens up for sign up in a few days, about a week, sorry. And I want to bring a team that I think not necessarily has to win, but can at least perform. Obviously, I don't own... I say obviously, but you don't know so much about me. I don't own things like the DLC for Switch, so I can't do things like Cali right now. As I save up some cash, I might be able to do that. But it's not going to work for this Grand Challenge, so I'm going to need to figure something else out. Speaking of things that I need to figure out, I need to figure out how I'm going to beat the Fluttermane here. To me, a really safe way to do this is just... well, there are tons of safe ways to do this. I think a consistent way to do this is going to be putting Flutter Mane, MIraidon in the front. I'm going to want Iron Crown in the back. I think I'm going to bring Iron Hands as my final. That seems like a good call. Yeah. They can't prevent... I can now terrestrialize to make this a near unlosable position. I can go Terra Fairy. I could probably pair this with Dazzling Gleam to try and pick up consistent KOs, but I don't think that's going to work. That being said, it's slightly safer since I kind of want to rely on Iron Crown as my cleanup Pokemon for this game. Cool, Terra Fairy, Tailwind, Sludge Bomb, okay. Icy Wind does good chip. It does pick up the Tornadus. It doesn't pick up Landorus, but it does pick up Tornadus. I've put myself in a tough spot. I can take Landorus safely, but a Water Spout's go. Actually, no, but I can pivot to Iron Hands. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Spout. Oh, I forgot the Kyogre to go first. I've made this game pretty much unwinnable now. Okay, so MIraidon's gonna hit the field. I can fake out Kyogre. Okay. I'm gonna call... I don't want to Cold Protect, if I'm being honest. I'll Volt Switch Landorus and fake out Kyogre. That should give me a consistent go for this. If I'd swapped Iron Hands out, I would have been in great position. But I'm in pretty tough position right now, if I'm being real. Rain lasts for that long. I sack. Nah, even if I sack, it's not going to be enough, is it? I guess if I take enough damage on Kyogre, it might be enough, but in this position, it's basically over. Muddy Water takes the KO. Water Spout comes out. Boom. Iron Hands is going to hit the field. We know that Kyogre can protect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Psychic Ludicolo and fake out Kyogre. Icy Wind, that just guarantees my lack of speed. That's just not enough damage. That actually, it's not game yet. It isn't over, I guess. No, it's over. Oh wait, what? That's bad. Oh, it was scarfed, and I was -1. So, well, it doesn't have to be scarfed. I'm -1. That's the attention to detail that you look for in a person like me. Situation like this, I can lead Iron Crown, Flutter Mane really easily. Actually, now that I think about it, that's such a good lead. Because they're going to have to put up with offense that can take care of either of their Trick Room setters pretty much one turn. If I want, well, I mean, to that end, couldn't Chi-Yu do it better? Because in theory, Chi-Yu Flutter with Iron Crown and MIraidon in the back, I can taunt and take KOs really quickly. I have Dark Pulse, don't I? Yeah. I could try to play that. But Iron Crown Flutter Mane will direct the game a bit more specifically, and regardless of how I do it when I have Iron Crown and MIraidon. If I leave the opportunity, I can bring Iron Hands as a good fake out user, assuming I get into a position where Farigiraf won't be deciding the game. It's very possible that I'm being outsped here. Irrespective, I'm going to Volt Switch the Urshifu and then Icy Wind. Cool. The speed drop's really important to me. Though the speed drop on Iron Crown isn't so important. Into Iron Hands. All this iron. Bit confusing, I say. What I can do now is I can put MIraidon on the field. Fake out the Aleki, Volt Switch onto Urshifu. That'll get me back to Crown. Crown isn't good defensively though in this situation. So if I fake out the Urshifu, Terrastallize Dazzling Gleam. Cool. It's fine. I take decent chip there on the MIraidon. But I should be taking a KO here. The game's not really going my way now that I think about it long term. Because you get to this position and suddenly it doesn't look so great. What I can do is I can Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam and other attack. I can just keep trying to push while I have offense. But this game is going to be tough. Tough with a capital T. Protect there. Dazzling Gleam, how much damage? 44, not bad. It's enough. I get the crit. It's even at max attack. It's not max attack, sorry. Even at very high attack for this, that's not really guaranteed. Ooh, they don't take the KO. Dazzling Gleam does. Wowee! I've kind of just been playing. It doesn't even really occur to me that it's been 10 minutes. Wow. Let's just go back to the drone board. Defensively, Steel's pretty useless. And I don't really like bringing Chi-Yu to games. Surely I can find a better supportive piece than Chi-Yu. Let's try... Actually, I'll make a copy of the team just so that I don't lose... Just so that I don't lose the Chi-Yu that I have now. Because if I want to go back, then I'm going to struggle without it. I don't really need safety goggles here. I'm trying to prevent sleep when I use safety goggles primarily. I can bring a second fake out user and parting shot. Really super useful tools. My instinct is telling me Will-O-Wisp is the play, but when I'm thinking about it, I actually don't love that. Let's just go type ground. I could use Stomping Tantrum Incin as a cheeky way to threaten the Terrifiers. I don't know if it's going to be very good. It's naturally telling me to go physically bulky sweeper. I don't love that. I'm happy to go 165, somewhat bulky, give me a boost. We can get better. Boom. Especially defensive, good output. Let's give it a crack. Actually, I need to quickly change the name. Incin, that's good. It's still called copy. I'll deal with the rest later. We're gonna try a variant with Incin. It's bulky. Hopefully it'll do the damage that I need. I mean, in a matchup like this, Incin's nice because it's got the dark type and it can take the hits. What's scary here is letting Calyrex go full offense. There's not one correct answer to how I go about beating that Calyrex. If I lead Iron Crown Incin, putting MIraidon in the back, I can then afford to put Fluttermane as my final. Wheezing Cali, that's fine leads for me. I didn't change the Terra type on Iron Crown. Oopsie. Terrastallize. I think Volt Switch might be the play here. I shall Terrastallize Tachyon for the Wheezing, and then Parting Shot the Calyrex slot. There's a real chance that there's just a lot of protecting. Or switching for that matter. It's very possible that Cali or Wheezing will switch. It's neutralizing gas on the... yeah. So there'll be switch on Wheezing if there is any. Protect, that's fine. Sub, Parting Shot goes through. That's good for me. I can send Fluttermane in. Try and bait. I'm gonna try and bait a Astral Barrage here. Well, if I take care of... Okay, so I take care of Wheezing while I pivot back to Incin. I want to preserve my first MIraidon appearance to as late into the game as possible. Good, Astral Barrage. Spooky. I'm going to keep nerfing that Calyrex. How much did that first Astral Barrage do? 49%. Very nice. My hope is that Calyrex won't get the damage that it needs using probably Astral Barrage. Yeah, that's not going to take much damage on Incin. Pretty good. But they've revealed their hand in a pretty meaningful way. So instead of bringing MIraidon in like I thought, I'll bring Fluttermane in. And then I'll Tachyon Icy Wind. I'm not sure if Icy Wind will trigger through sub, like the speed drop will trigger through sub. I'm pretty sure it does. It does not. Even at -2, that's a KO. The only good news is that they're still relatively reduced. It's not... Yeah, it's because of the sub. Just don't double check that. I'll knock off Moonblast the Cali slot. It's very... No, it's not. They can't have Dozo in the back, which is good for me. Good. Finally, oh, well, they do have Dozo. I completely let that slip away. I guess we're just going for knock off, probably Draco. See if I can get a crit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This game might be over. I'm going to knock off Tatsugiri, Draco Meteor. I verified that I'm still faster than the Dondozo, which means relatively slow Dozo. Oop, don't click fake out, please. Ever, never, ever. Since they're probably unaware, this is a guaranteed KO. Tatsugiri won't get the turn. I don't think Tatsugiri can take KOs quick enough. I miss. Muddy Water. No accuracy drops. I should win. I don't see why they're stalling so aggressively against Tatsu here. Sorry, against me here. I hit the attack, it's over. Whew. My blood did run cold for a second there. I got very scared about that, just as a whole. Like wow. The Dondozo hit the field and I thought, wait a minute, is it over? It in fact was not over. We are a winner. And we are finally past 1200 for the first time in a little while. It was 1221. I'm gonna just keep pushing for a while. I mean, we're only 20 minutes in. I can stop the recording probably around 30-40 minutes is where I'm going to go for today. This team is confusing me right off the get-go. No terrain. They have multiple setters. They have a Rage Powder user. One downside to not having any way around around Rage Powder has just... Actually, no, I have a way around it, actually. I can use Incin and Fluttermane as my lead. I'm going to put Iron Crown MIraidon in the back. Good. Fake Out will hit Calyrex while I taunt Sinistra. The idea of that Calyrex being covert has been completely squashed, which is what we want to see. Fake out the Calyrex while we taunt Sinistra. You flinch, can't use Trick Room. We can now knock off Sinistra and taunt Calyrex. There will be no Trick Room at this point. I take most of Sinistra's health, that's good. Trick Room, perfect. We haven't gotten the knockoff yet. I'm going to focus on chipping that Calyrex down a substantial amount. Since I expect that I'm going to lose both. Well, probably just Fluttermane this turn, actually. I mean, at that range, I should be able to pick up the KO into both next turn. Taunt has ended, which is scary. But MIraidon hits the field. And they should start to freak out a little bit here. If they aren't already freaking out, they should really start. Good. That is very okay with me. Take you all the way down to Sash. We're going to switch right back to Incin, Dazzling Gleam again. They are way out of position. Because no matter what takes the attack, something's going down. Of course, they can double protect and stall time, but even with that terrain, the terrestrialization will be enough. I'm pretty confident that in this position, the game is over. Good, I get my health back. It's probably Sucker Punch or something. Sacred Sword. Me no like. Me no likey. That means the game is now well and truly over. Since I can fake out Clefairy, Dazzling Gleam for a guaranteed knockout. To the best of my knowledge, Sinistra can't protect. And it cannot speed MIraidon unless it's running a booster item, but it's Trick Room, so I'm confident that that's not the play. Good. I would love to see how this Calyrex comes back. Knock off Dazzling Gleam, that is game. Whew. It really felt like that game was super solid. Like, I dismantled them. I had their number. The Incin actually does afford me a unique benefit against teams that rely on Rage Powder but not Armor Tail. If I run Safety Goggles, I can do a bit. Well, I'd have to run I'd have to run Taunt or Rage Powder, not Rage Powder, or Safety Goggles to do the thought to completely cover all situations, but I'm not interested in doing that. That's the World Champion team. Very cool. I have no way of going into Trick Room specifically. I'm running pretty regular, relatively standard, but much more specially defensive. That's right. It's been a while since I actually looked at this team. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna lead MIraidon Whimsicott. I'm not sure how good Iron Crown is. Like, it feels like it should be good in this matchup, but I'm not sure. That Incin is neutral speed now I think about it. I mean, fake out in the back means that they're always going to feel pressured to bring Whimsicott to the matchup. That is pretty good position for me. What I can do here is I can Draco into the Ogerpon slot. Not guaranteed on any level. I can Tailwind? Nah, Tailwind's not very useful right this second. Neither is Terrestrialization. I'll Draco Terra Light. No, I don't Terrestrialize. Take the hit. Light screen. Draco. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Draco Helping Hand MIraidon. I'm okay if they take Whimsicott here. I was never at... Wait, now that I'm looking at this team slightly more thoroughly, this is not the World Championship team. It's a variant, but it's not the same. Good to note. Cool. I'm running Covert on it, yeah. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know if I take MIraidon on that turn. Iron Hands can click fighting type moves or that, or otherwise. I can just go Draco here pretty safely. And pivot to Incin. That's reasonably safe. Fake Out's fine. They're suddenly in a fairly pressured position. I can swap back in while I fake out the MIraidon. They call that play. I mean, reduced attack on Iron Hands is really nice. My life stream is going to last for one more turn. What I'll do is I'll Moonblast into Iron Hands. And then I'll Parting Shot Whimsicott for a slow parting. That doesn't pick up the KO, okay. That's bad. That's just really bad for me. I mean, Whimsicott's not threatening me, but I'm certainly not in good position. MIraidon hits the field. Absolutely everything is gone. If I Tailwind, I can guarantee an SP onto Iron Hands. So I'll Tailwind here. And Draco into Iron Hands. They Encore, I should have seen that coming. I mean, it's still a useful play since I catch me a body. Their Tailwind's going to last a little while longer. I'm going to go back to Incin. They'll play this Moonblast for the KO. Oh, no KO. Do I get a special attack reduction? No. The fact that they clicked Terrestrial... I mean, I'm pretty confident there. Specs... I certainly don't want to be bringing anything in dangerously here. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. I'll Moonblast the Whimsicott while I Psychic the MIraidon. Is that a good play? MIraidon switches. I'm pretty confident of that. Which means I have to be swapping to Ogerpon. Yeah. I think I have the play there. Yeah. Moonblast, no reduction. No reduction. Doesn't pick up the KO. No reduction either. Encore is now ended. What I'll do is I'll switch and then protect. Okay. Encore, good. I'll Terrestrialize to Fairy while I Volt Switch. I don't want to Volt Switch. I'm going to Dazzle and Gleam. And Volt Switch on the Ogerpon. I made a really dangerous play there, and I didn't need to. Actually, no, I just won. The game's over. Actually, the game is not over. Saying the game is over is very disingenuous, since they could just go first in Electro Drift, couldn't they? Well, okay, I'll light screen. Electro Drift doesn't KO. Is that a crit? Nope, it just does a lot of damage. Why did I click Dazzling Gleam? I'm just thinking about that. Wait a minute, I could have clicked Electro Drift. Wouldn't that have done more damage? Probably. You know what else is good? Almost 1300. If we continue to climb at this rate, we should be 1300 within a battle or so. So I'm sorry for that. I'm thinking one more. We're at 30 minutes. Oh, we win those. We win those. We win those. Well, do we win them? Let's be real. Let's be real. For a second. As for speed control, I can't see any particular speed control. And in a lot of situations, my MIraidon actually beats Zamazenta in Trick Room, so I feel very confident leading MIraidon Flutter Mane. I'll put Iron Crown in the back. A lot of their team is reliant on physical attackers, namely Arcanine Tinglu. It's very possible that they're Rapid Strike. I'll bring Incin. I feel confident in Incin. I don't know why, but I feel confident. I'm seeing Incin and I'm thinking, yeah, that one specifically. Well, Parting Shot. I could use Parting Shot to pretty good effect against their whole team. Hold down that Tinglu with overwhelming force. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Everyone feel free to chime in. Terastallize, Electro Drift, Zamazenta, Fake Tears. I lose Flutter Mane, but at not a big cost. They're trying Flutter Mane for the restricted. Decent damage there. Incin's going to hit the field. Both of them are going to have reduced damage output. I'll Electro Drift, fake out Meowscarada. Okay. Ruination, that's fine. Since Electro Drift, Knockoff is now an amazing play. Oh, I didn't think about that. I seem to be very good at not thinking about that. Whatever that is, I tend to not think about it. I just lost, didn't I? Since there's absolutely nothing I can do to beat them now. A Knockoff is a easy one hit. They protect. Okay. Parting Shot into the Tinglu. Throat Chop. Chips. I guess I'm going to keep... Actually, no, that's fine. Knockoff comes out. Doesn't take the KO. Okay, I actually think... Now I feel like I might win. I am running in between varying levels of it's over, I'm winning, it's over, I'm winning. Protect here, knock off Sinistra. Ah! Watch it, they've gone for Incin. Okay. Question is, what's going to do the most damage? Actually, no. Don't cook in the wrong direction here. Tinglu is absurdly vulnerable. They can just Rage Powder, can't they? I mean, no matter what I do, I'm going to have to deal with that possibility. I take Sinistra, like, even, okay, here's my thought. If I take care of Tinglu this turn, which is, it's possible I don't, watch that, it didn't. I don't see how Sinister beats me. So I'm going to knock off into Ting Lu again, since when it comes down to it, their primary threat is Ting Lu in terms of damage. Even if they go into Trick Room, it's still over. So I should have this in the bag. Also, they have a custom sprite, which is cool. I'm pretty sure that's a custom sprite, at least. It might just be from that little repository of special ones. Crap. Does that KO? It does. That still should be game. Whew. That took a while longer than I expected it. We are 3 points off 1300. Do I go for it? I think we might. I'm starting to reach my limit, at least, for really consistent play. You know what? Yeah, actually, I'm at my limit. Let's not sully good work by pushing too hard. So, I'm going to be wise about this and not push when I know I have something good. That doesn't sound right. I'm not going to push when I know that I'm making progress. Wait, no, that still says... Let's try one more try. I'm going to be wise and quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to exhaust eventually. I don't have infinite stamina. If I keep pushing, I'm going to lose the good work I've done. It's very easy to overladder. I've done it many, many times. I'm putting the foot down. I'm stopping. I'm being wise. I laddered good. But that's it. That's all I need to do today. Speaking of wise, though, a wise man once said, even in defeat I lose. So, one day, hopefully, I'll be half as wise as he is. Also, editor, if you feel so inclined, right now, put a picture up. I went to my cash converters today and picked up leaf green. Now, was it cheap? No. Would I buy it 9 times out of 10? Probably not. But I have it. We're in the timeline where Caden buys it. So, yeah, that's about it. Bye.